Scotland calling. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to... Is this episode 10?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 10 of Boom Bang Bang podcast. I am your little Irish boy who's come over on a wee boat, starving for spuds. I'm Jay Lynch, and sitting beside me, as always, is a equally little man, not as Irish, but a bit in there. There's a little bit. There's a smidgen.
Aye.
But you love tatties as well.
Certainly do.
Jonny Stone, everybody.
10s across the board. I can't believe we're here.
It's amazing. It is a really lovely thing to think that we've done 10 episodes now, which is lovely. Yeah.
Remember being 10?
Do I remember being 10? I would say I do. That'd have been I'd have been 6th class, P7.
Right.
No, I'd have been a child.
Yeah. I'm yet to turn 10, so I don't know yet.
One of these days.
One of these days.
I can't wait. We'll get you Skeletrix or something.
Aye. How have you been in the last 8 hours?
Yeah, I've been better. I'm held together with a string and some iron brew just now, because I am in the wars. Do tell.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? About 2 a.m. dancing. No, it was far from that. It was so we've had quite a journeyed day.
Yes, it's been quite a journey, geographical and spiritual, to get here today.
So spiritually for me, it's my birthday Saturday. Looking forward to that. The big 3-3, which I'm not going to say in my Irish accent because that's what I get asked to do all the time.
Same age as Jesus Christ.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
When he died?
Yep.
Because I've been the same age as Jesus at different stages.
Up until now, yeah. Uh-huh.
We don't hear about the teenage years very often.
No, remember he was 10?
Yeah, he loved Paramore.
He did love Paramore.
He had a wee fringe.
Who can blame him?
Aye, he loved it. But yeah, so I was out last night. We went for a lovely meal. We did an escape room. It was a very good fun, organised by my lovely wife, Tracy Stacey.
Yes, I won't lie. The prospect when Tracy did reach out to me to say, would you like to do an escape room? And my heart was saying no. My brain was also saying no.
But my body...
Yeah, I was waiting for it. As it started, I was like, he's going to do the bit, isn't he? But then it's Tracy. You want to appease Tracy. Tracy's the best. So I said... Yes, it's my idea of hell. I hate puzzles and being trapped. But I said yes. Say yes. So said yes to escape room. And then she went, the theme I'm considering is haunted hospital. And I hate being frightened in a very practical...
You've got very upset with me in the past. I think one time...
Oh, I don't like a frighten.
You went out to the kitchen or something. We were at your house and I lay on the floor and... You walked in, I said, what are you doing up there? Or something like that. And something really weird sentence. And you were very upset.
No, I don't like it. Yeah. But again, when proposed with the question, would you like to do a haunted hospital escape room? I, of course, said yes. So it actually wasn't as awful as I thought it was going to be.
It was nuts though, right?
It was mad. It was bad. It was actually quite good fun. And I enjoyed the puzzle elements of it as it went on. See, when everything was popping up. Yeah. And there was lots of it was the Picasso element of it. This makes no sense to the listener, but that part I was starting to get quite excited about.
That was really good.
But I don't like things jumping out at me.
I loved when we solved it in 40 minutes.
We did.
We did it. We got a card somewhere, I think. Mm-hmm. But what I loved at the end, it was like a haunted hospital vibe, and there was a wee telly in the corner, and it turned on at the end to kind of give you your kind of resolution end credits, and it was just like 2 orderlies kicking the head off a patient. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then it cut to the guy from Terminator 2, the cop who was like, being a doctor is not an exact science. And it cut and it came up with who is the murderer, and I was
we're all just sat there in the dark like,
are we supposed to have found a murderer?
Also, I like the bit when the man who was in charge of the escape room was in one of the videos.
He was one of the patients.
And then when they asked him, I said, oh, that was your fine acting chops there in that video. He turned to me and went, what video?
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah,
so we did that, went for dinner, and then we went to Supercube. Our sponsor.
Who we didn't even tip him yesterday.
Nah, we should have said like,
I was tempted I was we'll go out and tell him that we're like, we talk about you every week.
But they had bigger fish to fry. They sometimes seemed to be kicking off in one of the rooms.
Was it?
Oh, I remember when we were leaving, there was lots of drama going on with some of the rooms, and we were very much just, let's get out of here.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
But no, our patrons, Supercube, we did some lovely singing. We did some lovely Eurovision singing.
We did start off with Tattoo by Loreen, and then we did a few Kaino came in a little bit, which we're going to go see tonight.
Yep.
Which will be good if I can make it that far.
Mm-hmm. To get here today as well.
Of course, tell us about your journey.
Yikes. I foolishly went on a run to my mum and dad's. I thought I'm a busy mom trying to make it happen. I thought I could try and have it all. And I discovered that I could not have any of it, in fact, because of course, I'm doing the Paris Marathon on Sunday.
Yes.
Exciting times.
Good stuff.
So I have to do one last 10K. So I'll run to my mum and dad's. They're also going to Paris. I figured I'll give them some running gels so I can take them on the day, and it lightens my load a wee bit for the transport element of it. So I run there. It's about 11:30, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get here on time. I got to my mum and dad's, and the traffic's crazy. And then I realise, where are they? They are in fact in Paris already.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it was a complete waste of my time. And I jumped in a taxi, got here. I have not washed. I washed my face. That's it. We're quite a distance away from each other.
And I can still smell you. Yeah.
Yep. No amount of
Quite
juke
treacly.
jump can hide whatever I'm trying to hide.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. No, you've done great, and I was very impressed. We were very much resigned to the fact that we weren't going to be here on time. I was waiting at the train station. I don't usually get the train with you. I get a different station, but I was in the hood. And you appeared looking very stressed.
Like the Holy Vision with my lunchbox.
He had a little lunchbox made by his what's Blamey?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. We can guess who it is now. Blamey
Do
Jimmy.
you remember The Simpsons when they're talking about Principal Skinner's tries not to embarrass Lisa about something? She goes, Miss L. Simpson. No, that's too obvious. Lisa S.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Blamey. But yeah, I made your wee sandwich gorgeous.
I know, it did look stunning.
Yeah, so it was a very stressful morning, but we're here.
We're here, and I could not be happier to be here to celebrate your birthday with you.
Thank you very much. And for our birthday, we've decided to make Eurovision. We discussed this a few episodes ago. We're doing week.
Week.
We've chosen not necessarily the worst songs of Eurovision, because there's loads of terrible songs. It's one of the joys of Eurovision, but these are songs that we don't enjoy. Some people might love them.
Mm-hmm.
They may be qualifiers. Indeed, one of them is definitely going to the final.
Yeah.
But they're just songs that we felt were garbage.
Or some that I have not seen yet, and
Yes.
I've been deliberately withholding for such an occasion. Before we get to this, though, I do have a burning question for you.
Ask me.
Have you picked the top 5
for
your BBC Sound of Eurovision poll?
I did. Just a reminder from last week's episode. So the BBC Two are doing a poll of the best song of the 21st century. Make your votes, see who you like. I guessed Jonny's really badly. I guessed really good ones that were on the list, but were not the ones you picked, and I got there eventually.
You were accurate adjacent. You know, you could have been valid.
Accurate adjacent means you're missing.
Yeah.
Like that's not accurate.
No,
Like
I'm a glass
playing
half
darts,
full.
and it was adjacent to the board.
I'm a glass half full kind of gal.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to guess Jace then. So
for it.
last week he guessed mine somewhat erroneously.
Eventually.
So can you hear my pick? And in no particular order.
No, nor do I.
Incorpore Sano by Constracta.
No. Oh, rule stipulation. Sorry, you won't be aware of this. So your guesses. I've tried not to pick what you picked,
Okay, fair.
and I picked one per country.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Think about things, but that is fair.
I think that was there, but I didn't go for it. That was very, very close.
Slow Mo by Chanel.
No.
Doomsday Blue.
Yes.
Okay. Bambi Thug.
Yes.
Hard Rock Hallelujah. Lordy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the 3 others were based on, I checked my Spotify's and stuff like that. What do I listen to the most? Cornelia Jacobs, Hold Me Closer.
Oh, I love that
It's a great-
one.
it's an-
Any other year, that would have won.
Yeah. I listen to that song a lot. When I drive home from gigs in Edinburgh, if I do a gig in Edinburgh,
You need to cool down a little.
quite the opposite, in fact.
Ooh.
To stay awake, what I do is I roll down my windows and I scream songs down the M74
Love
or
that.
M8. And Hold Me Closer is a real belter song. I'll go from Cornelia Jacobs' Hold Me Closer, which is a song about like a relationship that's never going to happen. So to Hold Me Closer
So
just tonight
good.
and just take me now and all that kind of stuff. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful song. I'll go from that to like Wait and Bleed by Slipknot. Like driving down the road, from there, and it just gets me home. And it does cool me. It keeps me awake when I'm sleepy. So Cornelia Jacobs, I listen to a lot.
Okay.
Honorable mention to Die Together by Amanda
Oh, I
Chenford.
love that. It wasn't
which
on the
on the list, and it really
That's
should
such
have
a
been.
banger, though.
Jamala 1944.
Interesting.
I just listened to it a lot. It's a good tune,
Okay.
and I felt
I like her. She's a good time girl.
she's a good time gal. Ukraine, obviously, we've spoke previously about it. I'm a big fan of what Eurovision output they've had in the years, and that's one of the OGs.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just a ballsy song as well. It's a fantastically political song, and all those things. It deserved to get my vote for a variety of reasons. The last one was Big Dada Mahmood
I thought Tracy, if she were picking, would go for Mahmood.
I think she would as well, but I think that's one of the reasons why it's got my votes. Like I listen to it a lot. So
it's a banger.
it wasn't Brividi. I went for
I
Salty.
hate Brividi.
Do you hate Brividi? So Brividi, if you're not aware, is by Mahmood, who came second in his first attempt at Eurovision. He's getting quite big. He's breaking America at the moment.
He had some. He was in some campaign with somebody.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Maybe, but
He was at a fashion show with her. I remember
say it
seeing
was
it at
someone like
Centra C.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
Yes, he and Mahmood were together. in
Hopefully
holy
Matthew
matrimony.
Broderick wasn't driving.
Well, you never know.
Allegedly. No, not even allegedly.
I know,
He
legally,
definitely
yeah.
did it. But yeah, so Mahmoud's getting to be a big star. He's Italian, he's Sardinian.
Do you know what? I don't know, my algorithm just knows me very well because I love a Euro honey. But I would say every other day I get a clip of Mahmoud on tour doing Tuta Gold. He does this the kind of dance. It's like and he's wearing these big, actually not dissimilar to these, but nice, big red trousers. I get that nearly every other day.
That's the San Remo performance.
It's and the tour one as well. He's doing it all over the place. I know it's great. What could have been?
He is a Euro honey.
Listen, that's a great top 5.
Thank you very much. I'm happy I picked it for myself. But yeah, so again, Amanda Chenford was there. Should have been there. She'd have probably taken maybe Lordy's spot.
But then that was your gateway.
That was my gateway in properly. Well, Mickey Joe, but they're kind of like, oh, this is good. Like most straight white boys. I was like, I like the rock song.
I liked on that list that Jessica Garlick was represented. That was a real, because that's a great one. I remember that one. This is Jessica Garlick for the UK 2002. Baby, come back. And she was in the Identity Parade for Buzzcocks one episode.
I saw that.
Mrs. Garlick, I love you. Unquote, Amy Winehouse.
I get it's BBC who put it together, but Blue was on the list.
I guess they have to do a couple of UK entries. I think
no, they don't.
That's true.
They don't. It should be like if it's the best song of the 21st century.
I can.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have it in your top 67 songs ever in the last 20 years.
Nah. Some of them I was like, what even is that?
Some of them were total nonsense, gibberish ones, and Blue was one of them, unfortunately.
Bosnia Herzegovina 2008, nowhere to be found.
Seen, yeah. That was wild.
What could have been?
Could have been.
Anyway. Well, speaking of Italy, why don't we begin our little jaunt into week? So
tell me about this mad hag.
Oh, well, let's talk about the boot first of all. Let's talk about Italy itself. And for context, I was obviously doing a wee bit of prep for today, and for a laugh, I was like, I'll put in some into AI, like what would come up if I like give me a succinct and snazzy summary of Italy's journey in Eurovision. The results are insane. It was like rejected Drag Race parlance. So, ooh, honey, you better like Italy, because if you don't, girl, you better stop working. It was all, and I'm like, okay. So their title was Italy, a tale of high notes and strategic naps. I guess that's because over the last 60 years they have had a melodious roller coaster. Their words, not mine. They have placed second in the very first contest in 1956.
Wow.
And then clinched wins in 1964, 1990. And then they had a notable 14-year absence.
Yes.
Hence the nap.
It's a long nap.
It's a long nap. That was from 1988 to 2010. But in their renaissance post this 2010 era, they've produced 10 regular top 10 finishes.
Yes, they have.
A second place triumph with Mahmoud, as previously mentioned. And of course, a game-changing win with Maneskin in 2021.
Belter of a song.
It has grown on me a lot over the
you're a
years,
lover.
because I remember that when it came up, usually we do a ranking of the songs on the night, and we'll have like on our like wall or our door, we'll have like a little blue tacked. And Italy was like,
right down.
oh, wait. We hadn't even considered it because it just sounded like blah, blah, blah. It wasn't anything worth
Clip
noting.
that.
Yeah. It was nuts when they kept getting the points. And we were like, are we having some sort of, to quote Cecil, hallucination? It was nuts.
It was, and I think a deserved winner. They've got on from strength to strength as well.
In hindsight, I can appreciate that they did deserve to win.
Yes, I would agree. It was a Goujon's tears.
Yes, Goujon's tears.
That's what I call him.
Guyon's tears from Switzerland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's him.
So, in short, Italy doesn't always show up. When it does, they really do.
Yeah,
they really do show up.
Until this year, potentially.
It's such a shame, because Sanremo has produced some incredible artists. Last year, for example, there were a host of songs I would have liked to have seen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Annalisa with Sinceramente.
Yeah.
But we got the wonderful Angelina Mango with La Noia. which I think could have won actually.
Thinking of Angela Anaconda. Remember that show?
Oh my god.
I don't know how that came into my head when you said
Yeah.
Angelina Mango. I was like,
Yeah, Angelina Anaconda.
back in
What a
time.
horrible show.
I was watching that when I was 10, I would say. There you go.
Good
That's what it is.
year.
Do you remember 10? Angela Anaconda. It's
Good year.
just non-stop. In Ireland, sometimes it was on TG Car, which is like the BBC Alba in Ireland, and it was a gamble. You'd either have Angela Anaconda in English or Oscailga.
Troubling in both.
Yeah, either way, it was disconcerting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have to talk about Volevo essere un duro by Lucio Corsi.
Yeah.
He was not the intended winner
Nope.
for Eurovision. He came second in Sanremo.
He did.
And his predecessor, whose name I have forgotten,
Was it something like Billy Bob
Bing Bong?
Thornton?
Billy Bob Thornton, representing Italy. He rejected his place for Eurovision.
Yep.
And Mr. Corsi has replaced him.
Yeah.
And it is weird.
I don't. So, for those, we'll preempt it with saying he's very much influenced by T-Rex and kind of that 70s glam in lots of ways, except for musical talent. He's a great guitarist. Actually, he's a good guitarist. So, the idea of Week is songs that we don't enjoy. So, let's put that out there at the start, that we're not lovers. We're not haters. Not haters, but we don't think this will do well. So, that's across the board. We're not going to we'll give them a Euro score. But these are songs we put together, and this is a mad song.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's see. How's your Italian?
Bon.
Let's say no more. He looks like Michael Sheen in Twilight.
Like, imagine getting ready going, this is the look.
He will not have the benefit of an orchestra on the
No.
night. This must be from Sanremo.
But he does have the benefit of being immortal.
He actually was there when music was invented.
Yeah. When the first person farted in rhythm, he was like clapping with it. I can hear this playing like I'm going around, I know it's in Spain, but like El Corte Inglés. This is just playing in the background.
Or a cruise ship for the elderly.
Heading straight off the edge of the earth.
Into like a fire.
Yeah. They're all just kind of swaying. Yeah.
I'm curious to see what the staging would be like.
Well, the music video, which is another we mentioned previously, is him crawling out of a poster of himself in a teenage boy's bedroom. Yep. And then the kid locks the door, and the parents can't get in, and they're just rocking out in the bedroom, and they get a priest, and the priest is trying to break in the door, and when they break in the door, he's gone. It's a mad concept for a video. Like, and I don't mean to judge, but when you look like that, you shouldn't be hanging out in kids' bedrooms. You shouldn't be hanging out in kids' bedrooms anyway.
Because you do bear a striking resemblance to someone in particular.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Ah, yeah. Looks a bit more like Tito to me.
I hate how he looks from top to toe. I hate it.
I just love that we've spent 2 minutes watching this. It feels like 20.
Oh, I
and
hate
I
it
couldn't
so
tell you a
much.
single thing that's happened.
His epaulets.
What's an epaulette?
They are shoulder pieces.
Oh, okay. Well, that guitar is weird looking as well. Well, the shoe fits.
I suppose it's got the Italian colours on it.
He looks like he woke up in a crypt in the Vatican. And he was down there for a long old time.
I do not deny his musical ability. He seems very good.
Yeah.
But this is just so boring.
It doesn't go anywhere. And I see, like, you got a guy who can do good guitar solos. It doesn't have to be a Maneskin. It could be a bit more glammy, kind of sticking the microphone up his armpit there.
I think as well, Sanremo had such interesting examples, mostly from women this year. And the top 5 were just dudes.
Well, at least he's some sort of ethereal being.
Better.
So, did you love that?
Loved it. Couldn't. I wish it were longer.
It felt longer than 3 minutes.
I did not enjoy that at all.
So, my feelings are, this is one of the... It's got the music video has got 10 million views.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Italy really championed their Eurovision songs. It's like it was like the #1 Eurovision song on like world Spotify charts because Italy just absolutely ramp it up. They love it, which is lovely for them. But they really need to be considerate about what they actually are doing.
Seriously, I can see why the nonnas love it.
Yeah,
It's a song you can go.
because he makes them look young.
If you compare it to Tutta l'Italia by Gabri Conti,
this is it. Yeah,
Conti, sorry.
whatever.
That was, I mean, that's like the other end of the spectrum.
By the way, just total tangent. He's not singing. He's not intending to sing.
That explains it.
There's a masked singer on stage.
Oh, that was, again, that exact conversation we had.
Not a masked singer like the TV show. It's not going to be a giant pelican.
Here comes the goose.
It's a dude in a little like, secret mask on. He's like, I can't sing. He's a producer. So he's just...
That's so interesting.
He's just DJing.
Wait, and that's the singer they chose? Whoever that was?
Yeah, that was a choice. Yeah. And he doesn't want his face to be known. It's like, I wouldn't blame him.
The singer?
The singer's like wearing a mask because he wants to hide his identity because like, yeah, he shouldn't be a singer.
Wow.
Like, the same way like bank robbers, when they do something bad, wear a mask.
That is the subwoofer theory, I guess.
Yeah,
that one of the subwoofer wolves was in fact just a dancer, not a singer.
So, what are your thoughts on this in terms of staging, in terms of the final? Because this is getting to the final. It's one of the big five, so it's there. It's
I wonder if
final.
he'll do. I don't know why the hot air balloon came to mind for me visually. Something like that, kind of airy, very floaty.
Very floaty. I imagine. Will they give him a band? Because it won't be an orchestra.
Yeah, probably.
So get the drummer on, get the live performance aspect there. I find it to be. I think it could get swallowed up in the night. It's one of the few kind of mellow songs we have.
But as we discussed, that's a song to which you will go to the toilet.
Yep. Just like trigger warning.
During which, I keep saying that.
Yeah, you keep saying
during
that.
which we go to the toilet.
It's like some Pavlovian response. You hear a slow song and you just poop yourself. That's what happens. You hear it, yeah. So I think on the night it might get swallowed up. I think he does seem like he's got talent. I've tried to let it grow on me, like a little fungus that you think is a pet. But I've given a couple of listens and I can't get it in. And
it's not.
It's not in. It's a nice little number, but it's not a song that's going to actually do anything other than be forgotten.
I'm going to give it a deux.
What's that? Is that poops in Italian?
No, yeah, 2.
I'm going to give it a 1.
I'm going to give it a 2 because I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, just feeling. I think you need to set your standard up as well for like
as
week. So
as
like
week,
it's going to be. You need to have a little bit of a variation in the fluctuations.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if the audience can hear the hordes of fans from Bilbao in the background. It's very subtle, perhaps. I'm accidentally wearing their club colours.
That was amazing.
That was pure coincidence. I was in the middle of I came to George Square and there was hundreds of people dressed like me around me. I can't believe they knew.
Jonny fans.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jonny fans.
Jonny fans.
So that's a nice little call out to them.
It was good. Shout out to Bilbao. You've got a lovely museum. I don't know much else about Bilbao.
Fun to say.
I met a man from Bilbao once. His name was Jonathan. I taught him English.
Great.
Yeah. He was a builder. He was in my English. I taught in Spain. The Spanish. And he was a Bilbao. I don't know what they're called. Bilbaois.
Bilbaois, yeah.
Bilbaois.
Yeah.
David Bowies. But yeah, so he was lovely. So based on him, Han Bilbao.
Speaking of thumbs up, we're going to move on to Ukraine next. Oh, Ukraine.
Yes.
What a country.
What a country. What a fantastic place. Great people. Great Eurovision lovers.
They are so good at Eurovision.
Yeah.
Since their debut in 2003, this is the words of AI, Ukraine has served glitter, grit, and goosebumps.
Served them? That's wild.
So they have not won once or twice.
Okay.
They've in fact won 3 times and consistently landed the top 10 across the board.
A lot of the time.
They are fab. Ruslana's triumphant wild dances, of course, we've discussed many times, was my first favourite winner. And I'll always hold a real place in my heart for Ruslana.
It was quite the moment, Ruslana, coming in, and it's just high energy, high performance.
And it set a trend for a lot of similar sounding acts, kind of tribal, very folk oriented rock music, and that was like very much the kind of
stood out.
template for a long time because of her.
Yes, it was. And then we've mentioned Jamala as well, obviously. And we've
Yep.
who are the winners?
And of course, we have to mention
Kalush.
Kalush Orchestra and Verka Serduchka,
Yes.
who I think is probably definitely one of the most celebrated and probably definitely the most memorable contestants of all time.
If you're wondering who Verka is, you'll have seen Verka. Verka is very often when you get told what Eurovision is, people show you Verka. Verka is a drag queen in like all silver sparkles with a hat, kind of a military garb almost. She was in the movie
Spy?
Yeah. With
Melissa McCarthy.
I just said Marty McCutcheon. I was like,
We're
she's
like
in
those
everything.
twins, those Australian twins. They're identical, and they talk the same at the exact same time, and every time they look at
Turkey
each other.
burgers. So in sync.
Yeah, so in sync.
But yeah, so Verka is around a lot. I love Verka. That was
She's fab.
nearly one of my options.
But I mean, think about Goe, Aliona, Jerry Heil. They're Ukraine deliver so many bangers.
Even so they do Vidbeer is their qualifier show. It's outstanding. And for the last couple of years, it's in a secret location, bomb shelter.
Yeah,
it was in the subway a couple of years ago. Can you
Of
imagine
course.
the UK did their trials in the Glasgow subway?
Kirkcaldy.
Like in Cowcaddens, and there was some guy vomiting bile all over the place in the
Douze
corner.
bois.
Yeah, he wins.
Yeah, 1 year.
So we do love Ukraine. They do fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
They are in our week,
Yeah.
which is a bit of a surprise.
Oh, it's a pivot. I've
And
got a
they're
theory as to why it's so rotten, but we'll listen to it first and then I'll show you my theory.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a theory coming on. So this is Ziverblatt. Is that how you'd say it?
Zifferblood.
Yes. So we're going to be having a listen to this just now. Oh, that was a man reacting. Imagine we reacted to his reaction. So a reaction video popped up there.
And I want someone to react to us.
And then he comes back and we just inception it. Good stuff. So this is called Bird of Prey, spelled P-R-A-Y, not P-R-E-Y. So it's a bit different, a bit exciting. Very excited for it. So here we go. This is Ukraine. Zifferblatt.
It's a band, not a singer.
Yes.
Like Blondie. It's just like Blondie.
Clem died.
I know, how sad.
Yeah.
Clem Burke.
That's his name, Burke. I knew it was kind of an Irish name.
It's Jay from The Inbetweeners.
He's had sex with everyone on that stage. That's what he's told everyone. Again, very 70s coded. Like Italy.
Hate what he's wearing.
What's wrong with
I hate
it?
it.
He's got lovely shoes on.
Look at the way it's all tied together. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, it's not a. It's. He looks like it's nearly a Power Ranger costume.
Yes,
his mum made for
exactly,
Halloween.
exactly. This genderless mess.
They're in the garden, having a good time.
I do quite like his hair though.
Do you?
I do quite like the hair.
interested to know. It's very Jane.
It's very Gloria
Jane
Hunniford.
Lynch.
Yeah, Jane Lynch. Very Shirley Carter.
Yes.
Half the demographic will get that reference, half of them won't.
Including the hosts. So the backing singers are great.
I do love the backing singers. Ooh.
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 So there's times this gets me going, and then it just loses its way a lot. It's about 6 or 7 different songs in here.
That outfit is just hateful. I worry this isn't going to qualify. And that'll be the first time Ukraine has not qualified.
It might. There's a lot of love, like almost like a football team love for Ukraine.
There's a lot of goodwill.
Vote. Yeah. It gets a lot of love. Obviously, public vote, they get a lot of love. A lot of love. Because they're fantastic. But again, look at this lighting from the kind of beauty of the kind of what they're trying to do with the 70s with the garden and the purples and the lilacs to this red and black lighting with this kind of heavy guitar thing. And then he starts being a chipmunk.
Even though I hate the song, his vocals are actually on point for a live performance. I thought there was a technical issue there.
No, they mean it. Yeah, I don't know.
I do.
What do you know?
I don't like it.
I know I don't like it. I know it just feels a little bit like Zipper Black could come and be class. Like can sing. Obviously, the musicality is really good. Black and singers are great.
Oh, that costume though.
But there's lots going on that doesn't make sense.
The belt. Oh, the belt. That's a groovy chick belt.
Yeah, you get that from Claire's.
Yeah.
And
and even then she'd be like, "Are you sure you want this?
Sure you want that? You little silly boy." So what do you make of Bird of Prey?
Oh, very little. I really don't enjoy the song.
No.
I like the backing singer.
Yeah.
Even then, I don't even like. I feel like I'm watching a production of a Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes.
One to which I did not buy the ticket. I'm maybe like on a trip. You know, I'm on a school trip.
How many bottoms are in this production, do you think?
That's a great question.
It's a Shakespeare question.
It's a Shakespeare question. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3.
Twins.
Twins. I did not enjoy that. I don't like the outfits. I don't like this set.
Yeah.
Which is weird because a lot of the other Vidbear tunes had really good sets.
Yeah.
There
Really
was
good.
that girl who wore red and long dark hair, and I loved her.
She was great.
I can't remember her name
either, but she was really good.
She was fab, and she was when I was like, I want her to win.
Finka was there
Oh,
again.
you know I
love
love Finka.
Yeah. She was there. There was another one as well that was a great kind of more of a industrially song. I can't remember, but it was really good.
Yeah, it feels like a departure from what Ukraine typically sends.
I would agree.
Which can be a good thing.
Absolutely. No, and Ukraine do vary it up. Melovin a couple of years ago. Remember him, Little Vampire Boy and stuff like
yeah.
that. So they've had the kind of out at left to center kind of songs in the past, and that's good.
Yeah.
But
well, it's over.
I do. I consider on this like I don't know how the crowd will react to it. It doesn't have like very often. It's sing along for the fans. Sometimes with a band, you know, like maybe Lasagna last year, Ojo this year, that you have a little bit of kind of crowd interaction. I don't know what hooks the audience for this song because it changes so much. You know.
What if you don't like birds? I don't like birds.
Do you not like birds?
No,
I do love birds. There's a wee bird feeder outside my house, and we have to shoo her away. So stop feeding the birds, you old lady. But there's like I wish we had a blue tit in my room. We mentioned that.
Of course,
episode
throw
3
back
or
to
something.
episodes 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. I find they're realized. I love puffins. Puffins are great.
Why puffins?
I just find them adorable.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
cute.
them. Have you ever been to Arbroath?
No.
People often go to Arbroath to find the little puffins, and they have like telescopes. I love puffins. Very cute.
Nice.
And of course, the toucan.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Guinness.
They're great. So you're noticing a pattern. Silly beaks.
Silly beaks, beady eyes.
I say their eyes are more soulful. I really cannot stand, like, say, obviously a seagull. A seagull once bit me in Edinburgh Zoo.
That wasn't the zoo, it was a car park.
Generally not a fan of birds. This one especially.
Of all the things that could bite you in a zoo, you got away quite lucky, to be
That's
fair.
very true.
You know, it could have been a big crab.
Yep.
Are there crabs in zoos? They're aquarium, sure.
Doubt it. But I'm not a scientist.
If anyone out there is a zoologist, can you let us know, are crabs in zoos?
And on that note, let's move on to what AI introduced as a Baltic roller coaster, Latvia.
A Baltic roller coaster.
Yeah. Latvia burst onto the Eurovision scene in 2000 and in fact won in 2002, which is something a lot of people don't realise because they don't care.
They won, yeah. What was the song?
That was the one... I wanna flip a bit.
Yeah, that's a great. She's in the suit.
The reveal, yeah.
So it's like dress reveal,
Is
but
it something M, like Mina M or something?
No, it's
I wanna flip a bit.
It's too obvious.
It's like kind of a Latin-y.
Yeah,
it's very silly. A song like that could never win now. Which I think that era between 1999 to 2005. Does feel like such a very specific time capsule.
Dark period, I would say.
No, for me the dark period is, I would say, 2007. 2012. That for me is the dark period.
Take that.
And then Loreen changed the game.
Yeah, that was we were very fallow for about once of a decade.
That was also in the thick of my like internalized homophobia. So I was like definitely not watching. If I was watching, I was with disdain.
Yeah, but then you saw that they were taking clothes of a woman, and you were like, yeah,
that's right.
That's class. Oh, I love it. Yeah. That's
show me the legs.
Get the legs, everybody. All three of them.
You know me. You know what I'm like. So Latvia, since then, their record has been a mix.
Not unlike Ireland's.
Actually, yes, some kind of cult favorites, and a lot of semi-final silence.
Yes, semi-final. But last year, that all changed. Was it
Did it?
Dons?
Oh, I hated that.
Yeah. Shallow?
Hollow.
In the hollow.
I hated that. The only one I would say, actually, I'm struggling to think of a Latvia song that I've enjoyed, and Eat Your Salad.
Oh, they were terrible. They
jog
tried
on.
again this year. And Ireland's Emmy wrote their song this year.
Really?
One of the writers, there was 20 writers. She was one of the writers.
Interesting.
Which is wild.
So for me, Latvia does not have I don't have a real soft spot in my heart for Latvia in Eurovision.
Yeah, in Europe. As a country, they're great.
Love Latvia.
Gita Blaze is a fantastic Latvian comedian in the Scottish scene.
Really?
Does jokes about how we use the word Baltic and other things. She's a hilarious woman.
You've mentioned her before.
She was at my show at the start. She had to leave. She was opening for the act. She was in the show previous to mine 2 weeks ago. And she was leaving. She's very funny.
Is she on the jury selection for
I'm going to
Latvia
find
Eurovision?
out if Gita likes Eurovision.
Please do.
Because she's great. Yeah, I'm going to find out.
I wonder, this is a bit I'm thinking out loud. If you have comic and comedian friends from all sorts of nations,
Yeah.
maybe we could get you could do a recording of "Hello from Riga."
Oh, nice.
12 points. They could get their points.
They could get
And
their
we can
points.
do
They could do
splice
little,
it
their
in.
thoughts. Yeah, now a lot of pressure on me to have friends. It's like I
that's
can
true.
get 3 people and they're all from Cambuslang.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's
what I mean?
just me in different national dress.
Uh,
Bonjour.
Yeah, we won't go down the route of how you'll change for each nation.
Yeah, let's not go there.
That's
not
what
go there.
Clement did first.
Mhm.
Serbia.
Yeah.
Oh, we were totally wrong last week when we were reviewing Prink, and we were like, oh, they had Raven last year. Raven was
Slovenia.
different country. Yikes!
It's not like us to be inaccurate.
Sorry. So here we have. You put this on the list, I think, initially.
Yes, this is Burma Nuani by Tautomatus. Not Glasgow. Not these days.
No. That's more Latvian.
Oh, it reminds me a lot of
Just
York's
describe.
Utopia tour.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Jamie did not come to me with that when I was at one of those gigs where I'm like, I'll buy my own ticket.
Yeah. It's a hard sell. York.
Oh. This feels like the better female version of Ukraine.
Yes, that's a good shout. We didn't actually even give Ukraine a score, by the way.
1.
1. It was a 1.
No, I'll give it 3 because I like the backing singers.
Okay. So here they are living inside. These are the knits inside your hairbrush.
Ah, it's funny because I thought they were all the voices inside my head. You're terrible at everything.
That's you trying to shampoo them out.
Taller.
You can't get them out.
Are they all singing?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
The harmonies are great.
Yeah.
Where this might struggle is it's a bit everywhere all at once.
Also, getting those blinds.
I know.
How are you going to get them to Basil?
Martin.
Look at them all.
We're having fun. We're friends.
I like the headpieces.
That's their
I
skin.
knew you were going to say that.
That's their skin. They're all sisters.
So
With
she's mother.
she's mother knit.
She's like, stop touching me.
Stop touching me. Weird girls. Yeah.
It's a little bit like Sister Kostiva.
Yeah, so it's Sister Crown as mentioned at the start. Yeah, I get that.
Vesna.
But it suffers from that comparison because
I know because Vesna was the
great,
one.
and this is. Yeah, there's a lot of intention here. They're trying to do something. So this is them just walking around having a laugh.
Ooh. It's very After the Love Is Gone by Steps.
Your references today are wild, man. It's like Bjork. It's like Steps.
There's a wee bit. I remember watching Blue Peter when Steps released that single, and there's a dance move where they all kind of go to the front and they do like that.
Ah, nice.
So it's just like that.
Just like that. So that was Latvia. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I very much enjoyed the nonsense of it all. I loved the dancing. I loved the smiling. I love the.
You'd love Daniel O'Donnell.
I love the. Yeah.
I like dancing and
I'll
smiling.
be in the queue for that tea party. I enjoyed the whimsical sisterhood of blinds.
They are probably we'll see, probably my favorite that we've got in this week's episode.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Again, I do not see it qualifying.
Very dull. The music is beautiful but boring.
And it and it goes. It's really kind of manic at times for me.
I think Bjork would love it.
Yeah, people out there will love this. I just think again, Lafayette are trying, which is good.
Listen, you have to take your hat off when it's
raining,
off when it's
so
due.
you get your head wet in the rain.
Absolutely.
Johnny, you've said it. You're allergic to that comment.
Sorry, the sea anemone of the curtains was caused a wee allergic reaction there.
So it is a shame that the song is bad. I think there's that the harmonies are very good.
Oh,
the voices
beautiful
are
singers,
good.
yeah.
The outfits are engaging, I guess, but it's a blur.
It's a blur for me. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh my god!
Because I have to give credit to the singers, the costume designers. The hair is nice. They're smiling a lot.
You're really focused on them smiles.
I think, although I do kind of love the idea of them being very sullen, I think it'd be funnier if they were really like.
Yeah. I'm also conscious of like staging wise, like I'm always because very often we're getting to the stage now where the performances are like live music videos for the people at home.
Yeah,
which is great. It's like what does the audience there get?
Oh, it's like that girl from
Just Dance,
Rock and Roll, Stefania,
which was Greece, which was
green screen. So a lot of it was in real time. So was that Italy?
It was Greece?
No, but
in Italy. Sorry, it was in Italy. Yeah.
And the audience were just seeing this girl dancing about, getting flung about behind this green screen.
By lads with morph suits.
And so we were seeing this kind of video game style.
Where she's like flying and stuff.
And then the audience is like,
leave her alone. These morph suit boys. So,
well, I'll give it a 4. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to give it a 3. Just because I don't like it, but I've given the other ones 1. So this is a jump up 2 places.
That's fair.
But I do not think it's going to qualify.
I don't think it's going to qualify. I think that is justified. A Baltic roller coaster indeed.
Yes.
Chilly Baltic.
It has its downs and it has its downs. So
it's a shoot.
It's
a shoot.
Just a garbage shoot.
Yeah, it's a garbage shoot. Which takes us nicely to Lithuania.
I like Lithuania.
Listen, I was doing my homework for today. I didn't realize how much I like Lithuania at Eurovision.
Coming out the hoo-ha.
So they debuted in 1994 with a ballad so bleak it entered and got Neil Bois.
I didn't know that.
So they took a wee break to recover.
Oh, God.
Their real turning point came in 2006 with the absurdist anthem, We Are the Winners, a chant-driven track that somehow swaggered into 6th place. Do you know that one?
We are the winners of Eurovision.
I knew I could rely on you.
And they came 6th.
Yeah, garbage. That's still their best finish.
Yes.
Somehow.
And they've had some fantastic acts in the last couple of years in particular.
Yes. AI told me that since then it has been a mix of earnest pop, indie charm, and the occasional national existential crisis set to music.
What? What is that?
Yeah, and then
I'm thinking The Roop.
Yeah. Notable highlights include The Roop discotheque in 2021. Never said it like that. Why did I say it like 2021?
Come back.
No, it's more like 2021.
I've never said that. 2021?
I did.
Why?
Freak.
You okay?
No. Someone's for my mum. She's in Paris. They brought lovely yellow outfits. That was great.
Yeah.
And they were 8th. But the last 3, I forgot how stellar they are. So last year was Look Telk by Sylvester Belt, a junior Eurovision contestant.
Really good song.
I loved.
Kicked his legs about the place. Big baggy tracksuit.
Yeah, with a little nose guard.
Yeah.
Loved that one. But year before that, Stay by Monica.
Amazing song.
Also beautiful singer and great hair. And Sentimental by Monica Liu the year before.
Again, one of those songs I listened to so much. And that I would have voted for that. I love that song. I love that song.
Great. So, I mean, the last 3 have been...
Millianis Rochas. Like, it's just a million refreshes. It's class. It's kind of James Bondy,
spooky,
but a bit jazzy, and she's got a silly haircut. It's like everything I'd ever want in a song. I love that. And she has a song called Falafel about how she's going to feed a man so he can't leave the house. It's like giving you pork, giving you rice, giving you bobbin and goose, cinnamon spice. A great song. I really like Monica Liu. I've listened to her stuff separate,
Yeah.
and she's a great lyric in that song where it's like, I want to get to use the language of love and all. It's kind of, it's quite sultry. It's like, and I want you to be okay when I fart in front of you, and it's class.
How does it feel to have a song written so personally
About
for
me.
you?
I love falafel.
Well, listen, if Lithuania have anything to go by, last 3 entries have been superb.
They're on an upward trajectory.
Yeah.
This song is, again, it's a device. I think people, again, much like the last one, this will have lovers. This will have lovers. It's your grumpy, edgy rock band of the year.
Every year, there's always somebody who comes and spoils it. It tends to be, no offense, a boy, and they have to come and they do like they do a big rock thing.
It's not quite whoa, like fire rock. It's more Radioheady.
Oh, like Armenia.
It's a little bit more Radioheady, I would say. And we're gonna go for the official music video.
So this is Tavo Akis by Catharsis.
So have you heard this yet?
No.
No. Okay. Good stuff.
And I won't lie, I'm not filled with optimism.
Neither is he, to be fair.
You're right, it is a bit more Radioheady.
Yeah, yeah. It's not your hard rock hallelujah inspired
No.
one.
His hair looks like one of the kind of mannequins we had in the escape room.
Looks like a mannequin.
He actually does look. What was his name? Tony.
Tony.
It looks like Tony.
Tony Lee.
Dr. Tony.
Dr. Tony. I found his head in the cupboard. Or no, my wife found the head in the cupboard. I put his head on his body.
Yeah. He looks very unwell.
Aye, he looks like that guy from This Country.
He
Cartoons.
needs a few more vitamins.
Aye, he needs a little bit of a Satsuma or something.
I kind of like the utilitarian outfit though.
Yeah, it's quite dystopian, and like the backdrop's quite good. Does Robbie Williams have scurvy just now? I think he does.
Oh, I love the outfits. I'm actually desperate for ages. I've really wanted to have a collar like that for something.
Yeah.
I mean, the song's not.
So you want to be a dentist, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I know a hygienist. Love the outfits.
So I think of the song. He looks so sleepy.
I know.
Like I've heard it. I know like shoegaze is a thing, but this guy just wants to like look at sheep tripping over.
Sheep gaze.
Sheep gaze. Because he's a sleepy wee guy.
His hair is very bizarre.
I don't know how you grow your hair like that. I know how hair grows, but not like that.
I want every clip to come back and his hair's bigger.
He's got a tummy ache.
His hair's kind of Leslie Ash. His face is Dr. Tony the mannequin. Is he wearing trainers? You know I have a very strict
Jonny hates
no
bare
trainers.
feet and trainers.
No trainers in the Eurovision
trainers,
stage.
White tackies.
Nope.
Out. Leopard print guitar strap is a choice for such a utilitarian, kind of austere staging. So you know it's a rock song because there's rocks in the background.
Well, I thought you were going to say, you know it's a mental asylum because they're all wearing scrubs. I love that outfit.
You've got some positives from it, though. It's good.
I like the outfit. The song is not
That's
for me.
Lithuania song. What are you thinking?
I don't like the song. I mean,
Yeah.
dull. Actually, of Week, it's not my least favorite.
Yeah. There's some bad.
Partly because I kind of like the Radiohead elements of it, but in a quite a competitive year.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I totally agree. Again, stressing it. Week's our opinion on what's week. We've got love for these people in fair play. You're going doing your country proud and all that stuff, but you'll do great in the semis and go home. Is our opinion. Do you know what I mean?
And we've discussed this before many times in private, but no gutties on the Eurovision stage. I'm not a fan. Trainers have a time and a place, but we're not representing Scotland at Eurovision yet. And I feel that you need to wear at least a stage boot.
Think so?
Yes.
You were very upset with Sten with the Deep.
Oh,
I
hated
great
her.
song. I really like it. Listened to it a lot as well. But she went barefoot.
no, she wore trainers.
She wore trainers,
Mhm.
and you were not
Listen,
happy.
actually, I would take barefoot.
Would you?
Do you know there's a health and safety element to that? What if you stand on a nail?
Someone gets a veruca off you.
A veruca. But I feel like trainers have no place in Eurovision.
I think it depends on the song, surely, doesn't it? Like if it's a hip hop inspired song, could you have a wee like a pair of I'll say tackies. Sorry, that's a Limerick thing. No,
I just don't.
you
know.
want Kalush Orchestra in knee high boots.
Or like a caterpillar boot.
What's a caterpillar boot?
Like cats. Cat boots.
Oh yeah, you say
That's not them.
yeah, you're going cats. Cat boots is like puss in boots.
Cat boots?
Like
You like cat boots?
yeah.
No, I just feel like it's not. You're on the main stage, the biggest concert in the world, and you're wearing like.
But you want to be comfy. I listen. I do agree that but we're in a modern world, Johnny. People are wearing whatever they want
And
these
listen,
days.
the song wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Was it the catharsis I wanted it to be? No.
No, it was not.
His hair was baffling.
It continues to be baffling. Look, we're just looking at the thumbnails of the other performances they've done just now. You can't see that. The hair is wild.
Yeah.
There's a Lewis Capaldi vibe to him.
Oh yeah.
If you,
I wish. And I don't really enjoy Lewis Capaldi's music as such, but
he'd do great for
charming
Eurovision.
personality.
Yeah, he'd be great for Eurovision.
The press tour alone.
Yeah, the content, and that's a big game these days. The TikTok kind of
Mhm.
Caria was kind of the first person to
Mm.
really sell the persona on TikTok to the extent he did. It got him essentially a second place finish.
Yeah.
But since then, that's part of the game now.
Mhm.
Having a big TikTok personality and kind of not just TikTok but through social media. Capaldi, go on,
Oh.
get him and Peter Capaldi again. Go along. First ever act to do Scotland. Peter Capaldi and Lewis Capaldi,
Wouldn't that be nice?
and they're wearing
But
trainers.
he has to be Malcolm Tucker.
Lewis does.
Yes.
Yes.
The Peter Capaldi is like normal.
Yeah, he's just himself.
Uh-huh.
That'd be great. Yeah, so I'm going to give that also I'm going to give that a 4.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah. Ooh. This is the kind of content you're wanting, guys. These disagreements, this
Actually,
fighting.
now that you mention it, who did I give a 2 to again? Oh,
ballerina?
I gave, what?
You said, who did I give a 2 to again? And I said, a ballerina.
That was funny.
Guys, I'm nearly an hour into this with a really, after the night out I had last night, I expect dirt like that.
No,
going
you're
forward.
doing a fabulous job. I found it funny.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm going to give it a 2.
I can see that. I can see it being a 2. It's boring.
And compared to the last 3 Lithuanian
Yeah.
entries,
Again, I can see probably why Lithuania have gone first. They're trying to be diverse, and that's what's worked for them. The Roop were actually went again this year.
I like the
And
Roop.
the Roop song was good, but it was very much the Roop does the Roop.
How many times can one person say the Roop in one
The
sentence?
Roop. I can say the Roop a couple times in a sentence. Do you know there's a sentence you can have if you imagine that there was a fish and chip shop, right? And the signage didn't have spaces between the words. It's grammatically correct for you to say there's no spaces between fish and chips. There should be a space between those. Where should the spaces go? Oh, the space should go between fish and chips. That's a grammatically correct sentence.
My mind has been blown.
That's good, no?
Yeah. I'm going to have to sit with that for a little while and really think about it.
I love that. A guy told me that in a pub once and it blew my mind.
We have so much little time. I'm going to come back to you off camera because I've got so many questions about that sentence. More on that later. Next week.
Yeah, we'll start with that.
We're going to do a grammar podcast now.
Yes.
Oh, well. Anyway, let's go back to the Eurovision World Scores.
Yes.
Because they often they collate a lot of odds and bookings.
Yeah, we looked at it at the start, the race, episode 2 or something.
So they go out to all the bookies and then they kind of amalgamate them into a big score. What do you think are the top 3 right now?
I'm going to say Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
Austria,
Mm-hmm.
France.
You have nailed it.
Have I?
Yes,
France
absolutely.
was a guess. I thought it was Finland.
Sweden has a 27% kind of lead,
Wow.
followed by Austria with 21% and France with 11%.
I'm surprised it's that low. So that means it's a real drop off then.
Yeah, so that means
Wow,
that
yeah.
it really is Sweden and Austria's to lose so far.
Yeah.
But we
That's
talked last
fascinating.
week about Austria's voice, and anything I've seen about him singing is absolutely insane.
And to remind you, Kai, the Swedish band, it's a bit of a bop. It is. It's grown on me.
I know it's not
It's
a
a song
winner.
about enjoying a sauna
Yep.
with your pals.
Yeah.
I'm not a lover of it as a winner.
I had a real racing moment when one of the algorithm videos that was sent to me, our Instagram page, Boom Bang a Bang, was kind of count to the top 10 oldest people in the contest, and the 10th oldest person was the tall drink of water from Kai, who's 31. That's where this list begins. And that really bummed me out. Like the oldest.
The old
begins at
man
31.
Sweden there,
Yeah.
31 years old. But I guess like it's not even young for Swedish. They're like, I'm sure they've got like a really good life expectancy.
Of
as
course
well,
they
don't
do.
Like, and they go to Valhalla afterwards as well.
Yeah,
It's class,
totally.
you know.
Aye.
What about the?
Okay, so I'll round off the rest of the top 10
yeah,
then.
out of interest, yeah.
10, Ukraine. I think,
Really?
again, that comes down to a lot of goodwill, I think.
Week.
9, your good wife will be delighted to know, Albania.
Mm-hmm.
Estonia, Belgium, Finland, Netherlands.
Not happy to see Estonia still up so high, and he's not. I don't know.
I know.
I've grown to disdain
Me too.
with Tommy Cash.
I know, which is so weird because I remember
The wrong son died.
I liked it at the beginning. Yeah, I liked it at the beginning, and I liked the kind of the post-Carrier goodwill I had from him. But I'm very happy to see France in the top 3.
Yeah, that's good. I'm growing on France. When Bella was here, she pointed out that like I wasn't. I am bored of it a little bit, and I don't know. I've listened to it a few times. I'm still not there. I don't think it's a winner.
Which takes me to the bottom 10.
It couldn't be
Who
week.
do you think is the bottom 3?
I'm going to say is Magamama Azerbaijan.
No.
Oh. I'm going to say, what was the first country we listened to today?
Italy. No.
Oh my god. And then I'm going. Oh my god. I obviously I'm such a loving person. I'm going to say Parg, Survivor.
No, but that's not far off, to be fair.
Oh man.
So in descending order, so if 1%, Slovenia, Spain.
What? Slovenia's Clermont, isn't it? Or is that Prink?
Yeah. And Portugal. Then when it gets to -1, like less than 1, you've got Georgia, Luxembourg, Serbia, Armenia, Latvia, and my bottom 3, Croatia. I know. Iceland and Montenegro.
That's wild.
I know.
I can see Montenegro came out really early. It was one of their first episodes.
And it is a bit boring.
They've revamped
Beautiful
it.
dress.
Yeah, good voice. They've revamped it. A bit more Bondy. It's good. Iceland, fine. I don't like it at all. I convinced you of that. Croatia, I'm shocked by.
I'm devastated. Poison Cake is
it's
a national anthem now.
It's a song I can't get by without.
Just can't
it's
quit you.
in the kitchen, and then my wife's like, "No!" I put it on twice yesterday to annoy her.
Devastated by it. To run you through my own personal top 10, which I've changed a couple of wee bits and pieces. You'll be delighted to know, of course, that Denmark is still my number 1. But I'm now going to place France as my 2nd.
Okay.
Germany is my 3rd. Then it goes Spain, Finland, Belgium, Australia, Albania, Sweden, Serbia.
Serbia squeezing in there.
That's right.
Why Serbia there, can I ask? Out of interest.
Beautiful man, beautiful song.
Yeah, that's what it is. I've got mine here, I think. So I've got Ireland, number
as your
1.
Top.
Yeah. But it's the photograph is the Polish woman. I don't know my
I love her. She's the oldest contestant.
Is she older than Albania, dude?
Oh, I need to talk about I'll talk about something.
Yeah, maybe don't interrupt me. So Ireland with Emmy 12, I'll just do that. And then I've Erica Vickman. I've done this in a few weeks now. Erica Vickman, then it's Denmark, Austria, Germany, Albania, Belgium, Poland, Australia, Croatia.
Fair. That's not dissimilar to mine as well. A couple of swaps rounds, but it goes to show that we have no taste.
None at all.
Nope.
But who'll be crying to us when Poison Cake wins Eurovision. Okay.
I should have said many of my friends were at the Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam. And had quite a lot of thoughts, feelings. This are our roving reporters, our people on the ground.
Or while they were dancing, they were the The Raving Reporters.
Oh, you're on fire today.
Please kill me.
Allow me a sec to get some of their opinions. They told me all very good vocally, except for Germany, which they suspect was not live.
I heard that. Yeah.
Sweden wasn't there for the
Were
first
they not?
time. They usually show up. But Finland, Malta, Netherlands were all very well received. Poland were very good.
Yeah.
I love her.
I saw the clips of
I
that. Look
love
great.
her. She's a good. I like it when she goes and she spins around.
And then she does like jump squats.
Yes,
It's wild.
impressive.
What a woman.
Austria vocal was flawless, and they extend the dance bit at the end, which I think will work in their favor.
Yeah, yeah.
Spain was superb. My friend described it as she thought it was her concert with support. Because everybody else was just there, like, oh, you guys are here too.
Oh, nice.
France was fine. Norway was really good. And Ukraine wasn't horrendous. Slovenia was terrible.
Slovenia, is that Clement again? Am I getting mixed up?
Yes.
I don't see that. It's not, like that could be in week. If we thought a week sooner, Clement would have been there. It's
and they feel that UK will do well with the juries, which I agree with. I think they'll probably appreciate the song.
yeah. I think you're right. They will do well. And then listen, we made jokes about the girls. We called them Tories. We said they'd no friends. We did other stuff. They can sing, and it's a song contest.
We've always said that they were beautiful singers.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've always said that.
You said you hated the redhead.
No, I hated her outfit.
Sorry, yeah. And her vibe.
I just hated the outfit. I hated the premise of the video.
Yeah.
The photo frame.
We're bullying now. It's week.
No, it's week. It's week. And we're not exempt from that.
No, we're not. We are weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's go into our booms, our bangs, and our bangs.
Go for it.
My boom this week, the fact that Serbia is so low on that list, and the fact that there's a certain person in my life who looks a lot like Serbia's entrance. Is it Prink?
It's Prince.
You said Prink, I believed you.
I'm going to say Prink. He's Prince without an E at the end. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Prink.
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 Well, the person in my life who looks a lot like Prink didn't even acknowledge or appreciate this resemblance because they haven't been listening to the podcast. And they know who they are. And they shall remain nameless, but they look a lot like Prink.
We're going to blame Blamey.
Blamey. Yeah. So until Blamey catches up and appreciates the compliment we gave him.
You could say something now that they won't hear for like 2 months. That's what you could do.
That's like a little Easter egg. Easter. But no, I'm actually very sad that Serbia is not receiving the love it deserves.
I know the love you think he deserves.
That's right.
Musical
love.
Musical.
So that is probably my boom. It's the hate, or at least the indifference that Serbia has been receiving.
Sure. My boom is that I'm very happy we've done week. But the fact remains there are still bad songs left. We've done a whole week.
I know.
My boom is we've done a week dedicated to the songs we don't like. And Maga Mama, Rock With You. Have you heard that yet? Azerbaijan.
No, again,
That's
I've
next
unless
week.
it's really, really doing well on the circuits.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's people
This
have been
will
telling me
not
about
be.
it.
This song, I haven't heard it yet. Like Parg is also like, Joe, there's songs out there that didn't make week that are bad. So my boom is that we've got such high. We've got a European roller coaster to mind the Baltic one. We've got the high highs and the low lows.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you go to the theme park for the bad stuff, like what's the worst thing in the theme park?
Toilets.
Perverts, yeah. Even if you get them, there's still bad things out there. You know, that's what it feels like. After week, the boom is there's still more sorrow to come.
But we've got a few ideas in mind about little themes and little.
We're trying to
next
mix and match a little
We're going
bit.
to try and get through all the entrants for this year done and dusted.
Yes.
And then take it from there.
Beautiful. What's your bang?
My bang is, of course, seeing Kaino tonight at Slay. Very excited. So by the time this comes out, we will have seen them. We'll have had a spiritual experience. I am going with a woman called Tracy and Bella Houston.
Yep.
And you.
And me.
We keep having to remind each other that we are in fact going.
We'll see if I can make it.
You're a bit ropey at this point.
We'll see. Yeah. The spirit's in the sky. The spirit was in my liver last night. So yeah, I'd love to go, and I'm hoping that I can not defecate myself to the point where I can't go. That's my plan.
Me too.
Yeah, that's my plan every day. My bang is probably by the time this comes out. Actually, no, it might not. My brother's getting married.
So he
I'm
is.
off to España, the home of Melody. That's the reason I'm going, mainly.
Yeah.
But my brother Shane and his lovely wife to be Nicole are getting married. So shout out to them, and I hope
Shout
it all
out to
goes
them.
well, and have at it on the night, lads. So can't wait.
And I should point out that Jay is the fact the best man,
I'm the
and we'll be
best
doing a
man.
speech.
Yeah. And this is me trying out my speech.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Keep it to a tight 5.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my second bang is also Spain related because I am
Right.
adoring Melody on social media. Melody is she's on a one-woman mission
Yeah.
to charm the world, and it is successful.
It's working.
She is superb. Her personality is out of this world. I am the president, the vice president, the treasurer, and the ball boy of the fan club of Melody.
Yeah.
I'm just obsessed with her. She is so funny.
She's great.
And
Yeah, good
my friend was
content.
right. She thinks that she is the only one.
She doesn't know why they're there.
She also liked one of our posts on.
I think she's like
social
2.
media. And I'm making this an official because I know she'll be listening.
Oh, listen, every morning she wakes up waiting
Yes.
for a boom bang a bang.
Yeah.
That could be a siesta.
Donde esta? Boom bang a bang.
Los chicos tontos.
What does that mean?
Where are those silly boys? In bad Spanish. Chico tontos, yeah.
This is an official invitation for Melody to come over here, virtually or physically, and have a chat.
Melody. Beneki.
Wonderful.
I could be the Spanish speaker to her.
Yeah.
If she doesn't speak English.
Oh, you go to the translator.
I've got
Great.
level like A2. No, yeah, A2 Spanish, I would say. Like, I'm shocking.
Because there's a great clip of her speaking to Kyle Alessandro from Norway, and she's, hello, my name is Melody. I come from Spain, and da da da. And he goes, oh, why are you talking in English? I'm half Spanish. I'm from blah, 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 blah. And then they start talking in Spanish. And then a fun bit ensues.
Oh, beautiful moments. What a lovely
I do
boy.
love it when all the delegates get together.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see who's pals and who's
I know.
not.
Last year, Bambi was in the cool crowd.
Yeah, so they were in it was like
Sylvester
Nemo,
Belt,
Sylvester
Nemo,
Belt,
Yolanda,
Angelina Ballerina.
Angelina Ballerina.
That's a cartoon mouse. Angela
Anaconda.
Mango, Angela Anaconda. They were very much in the cool crowd.
That was the cool kids.
Yeah.
And then this year, it looks to be Vickman and.
Vickman and Mariana Conte.
Mariana Conte, thank
they are
you.
the cool girls.
They're the cool girls.
Yeah.
But they're friendly. Kyle
They
Sanders
seem
popping
really
up here
fun.
and there.
Yeah.
Because he's only a wee boy.
Yes.
18 or so. Maybe older.
Madness.
A child.
So the delegates are all delegating, and they seem to be having time of their lives.
Beautiful thing to
Like
see.
us.
Yes. And we're going to go off now and we're going to watch a bunch of Norwegians shouting about fairies.
Yep.
Kind of.
Well,
Be clear.
don't forget to follow us on
Yes.
Instagram at BoomBangABangPod. Follow us on YouTube as well. And Jay, any final thoughts you want to share with the audience?
Don't go out into the world and do well. Go out into the world and do good.
I'm going to try and top that. I can't, so I'm going to have to say continue to boom, to bang, and to bang.